Here we are. Here's the speaker. We all came here today to gather around this gentleman, this young man, has taken the task upon himself to research and study the historical significance of nullification in our government's history. He has an organization called Not in Texas. He's been out in front on this battle months before many of the rest of us got on board. From Dallas, Texas, please give a big welcome to John Stacy.
Howdy. You know, I really cannot thank y'all enough for coming out today. It was on a phone call the week before Christmas where I said, how about we do a rally? And here we are. We are here today because we are the patriots of America who love our country, we love our state, and we understand that the fate of the United States and the state of Texas are intertwined. The only way to make America stronger is to make Texas freer. And on Thursday, there was a debate in Denton, and the governor said that we can wait on the process. Well, I'm here to say we have no faith in the process. So I want to make it official. Governor Perry, get our men and women in session and let's stop this madness. Today, I really want to talk about solutions. I don't want to give you a litany of complaints. You're here today showing me that you understand what's wrong. There are two paths to freedom. There is a path of revolution, and there's a path of the rule of law. And the rule of law is paved with one word, and that word is nullification. Nullification is a very big word with a very, very simple philosophy. The Texas government can reassert a constitutional right given to them under the 10th Amendment. They can remind the federal government that it was the states that formed the federal government. We were here first. We're the ones that wrote the Constitution and gave you limited powers. And when you step outside of those powers, don't call on your buddies in the Supreme Court, call on us. We're a party to your power. It is time to send a very simple message. Federal government, you've done enough. Stop! Texas needs to send a message. Go ahead and pass health care and we'll nullify it. Pass cap and trade and we'll nullify it. Pass an amnesty bill and we will nullify it. We cannot stop terrible ideas, but we can stop terrible ideas from entering this state. We will not sit idly while you attempt to bankrupt the state of Texas. We won't do it. 70% of our national government is unconstitutional. 70%. This is not an easy road. This is a long road. 70% of what they do to us and the laws they have upon us aren't supposed to be there. This is a freight train running out of control. We have to slow this thing down. We have to stop this thing, and then we can put it in reverse. We have to understand that the federal government are our oppressors. They're oppressing us. They will not want us to tell them no. They will fight back against us. And we have to be ready. We have to be ready to fight not with guns, but with minds, with laws, with vigilancy. And we have to go to our precincts and our districts and our people, and we have to explain to them what this fight is all about. It's we the people. We have to empower this. They could turn around and stop funding programs that make this state work, and we have to tell them, try. We will find another way. We have all of the legal precedents going for us. In 1996, the Supreme Court Chief Justice stated that now is the time to check the federal government and its encroachment upon the states. Now, our founders gave us a system where we can take social revolution and make it true political revolution. And we can do this with guns locked up. We can win over hearts and minds with the possibility of freedom. The Supreme Court is now in our favor, history is in our favor, and the Supreme Court is in our favor. The Constitution will always remain our guide. But we have to be careful. This movement cannot just be about a dislike of government. It must be about a vision of where we can take it. We need to stop bankrupting ourselves because we lost sight of the scope of government. We have to be, we're sitting here watching the government collapse under its own weight. And we will no longer be guilted into our own oppression. We cannot go around looking at the intentions of government. We have to look at the scope of government. The less fortunate people will not die because the federal government is there to save them. The American people will take care of American people if you let us. Government is always the problem, and it can only complicate a problem. But once we make a group of producers and a group of takers, it is hard to undo. People begin to believe that they cannot live without their government. Charity slowly dies, and they convince us it is us that is evil. But it's the government who is evil. They're the ones that want death panels, not us. We are humans. We are humanity and compassion, and the government is evil, and always will be. The way to solve America's problem is to begin to eliminate to begin to eliminate the programs that create a dependent society. And people ask me all the time, the two biggest ones, Medicare and Social Security, how can we get rid of those? Draw a line. If you were born after January 1st of 1980, you're done. It ain't gonna be there anyway, so stop it. And then we can allow the people that truly and genuinely blame them, it's some of their fault, but they are slaves to our government. Let that slave generation go on and make a new dawn in America where us young people are free. We have to keep it. And what should government do, not will government do? It's the scope of government, not the intentions of any government. But now it's time for all of us, everyone here, we must get involved. We must take to the streets. Now, I'm here to tell you that if you can send and receive text messages, this plan of taking over nullification is one part of a huge plan. If you text in 313131, that's 3 31s and a lowercase Texas, you will get a text back on your phone, a link that will send you to help you understand what nullification is and how we the people can exercise our power against the Texas government to put them in action and ultimately against the federal government. That's the truth. Now, I want to remind you of one important thing that we the people can do, and that is vote. And the only way to vote is an informed voter. Understand the candidates. Look at your candidates. When you text in that 313131 to Texas, all lowercase Texas, when you look up your state rep or your state senator, you will be shown who's running against them. And we will have their voting records where you can see the bad bills that they voted for. We have to vet the candidates, vet everyone that's going against. We have to take back the Texas government so they will protect us. Now, this type of action cannot be done alone, and it cannot be done as long as we stigmatize ourselves and divide ourselves. We are the people. We are not one candidate. We're not a group of people. I have to call on all the liberals and the progressives. I know you're probably not here, and if you are, please don't raise your hand. I tell you, the 10th Amendment protects your rights in California and Massachusetts to be socialist pigs. Don't you understand that? It allows the people of Texas to remain free. And I call upon all the Texas independents and nationalists. This movement of nullification won't bring you a nation, but it will bring you freedom. Join us! And I call on all the Tea Parties and all the other conservative groups and 912 groups. Join us. This will bring you liberty. This will bring you personal responsibility and prosperity back to this great nation.